Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. It's Tuesday, the 20th of Feb. All right, pretty quiet day in Asia, as expected. RBA minutes, pretty uneventful. They were just saying they needed more time to see inflation come lower, blah, blah, blah. Not much from the RBA. Now, the key event today, we do have the Bank of England Governor Bailey speaking. It could be like a left field sort of situation, but the Canadian inflation numbers, right? There's nothing else coming out. And I mentioned this yesterday. The dollar CAD or the CAD crosses should be your focus this week. We do have the key economic numbers. Now, as far as just get some backdrop on this, right? So looking at yesterday's PPI numbers out of Canada, weaker, right? But they were as expected. They were expecting weak numbers, so we didn't see a significant move. But the fact is we are seeing weakness in the numbers. So to me, it's a classic case of, connecting the dots, because we look at today's numbers, which is obviously another inflation number, the direct core inflation number. We could see that follow up, and that's like two inflation numbers in a row. You do start to see weakness in the Canadian dollar if that's the case. If we see stronger numbers, well, it could sort of turn things around. Now, the month-on-month 0.4 and the year-on-year 3.3, right? Just keep an eye on these two ranges. They're the sort of two major numbers that we're looking for. So once again, you just want to look at the markets and sort of assess, if I got to move here, and this is probably mainly for the traders in North America who are looking at this opportunity or who will be awake. Now, you got to really sum up or size up the situation, right? CAD yen, right? If you're thinking, CAD yen, we get weak, really weak Canadian CPI numbers. It's going to come down, but we do have a support trend line and oil is going up. So it's fighting the general trend and also the pull higher in CAD yen from oil rallying. Now, if oil was to drop dramatically, well, then that would obviously support a weaker CAD yen and weaker Canadian inflation numbers would work. Something like the Aussie, where it's just sitting here, Aussie CAD, in the middle of nowhere, to me, weaker Canadian inflation numbers, that's an easy move to the top side, right? There's no inflation. There's no trend lines on the top side to stop it. And I like that sort of setup. CAD Swiss, well, once again, it seems to be tracking oil. So you know what? Stronger. Actually, this goes for CAD yen as well. Stronger Canadian inflation numbers. You know what? Maybe we buy CAD yen and CAD Swiss because those two pairs are trending the nicest out of all of them. All right. That's the way I sort of see it. And if I just bring you back over here to look at the dollar CAD in itself, right? Sort of really focusing on, okay, here's dollar CAD. It's sort of just cruising sideways. We do have oil rallying here, which I've got it inverted. So it looks like it's going lower. So what do we need for that to take place? Stronger CAD numbers. We probably see some downward pressure there. That goes with the oil trade. Or the oil price, right? That's probably the smartest one, because if we get a weaker number here, right, and you think, oh, I'll buy some dollar CAD, buy dollars, sell CAD. Well, oil's going that way. It's not going to go far at all. So just make sure you line up oil in amongst all the other bits and pieces. To me, strong numbers, CAD yen, CAD Swiss, weaker numbers, maybe potentially buy an Aussie CAD, right? And have a look through the crosses closer towards the event, and that way you can really size up the price action and see what's going on across the board here, right? And that's what you're going to do. All right, just keep it together. Plenty more action coming up this week. So good luck and happy trading.